Good morning dear students, this is Bonani Porokasto. I welcome you all to today's video. Here we are doing the chapter determinants. This is property 5. In property 5 it is given that if some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as sum of two or more determinants. So, what is given in property 5? Let's see the example. Suppose a determinant is given in this way. Now see, in row 1, it is given that a1 plus lambda 1, a2 plus lambda 2, a3 plus lambda 3. Now we can express this determinant like this, sum of two determinants, and here we have separated this a1 plus lambda 1, a2 plus lambda 2 and a3 plus lambda 3. And for these two determinants, the second row and the third row will be same. Only in the first row, in one determinant we will write a1, a2, a3, and in other determinant we will write lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. So in this way, if a determinant is given where we have the sum of two elements, then we can separate these elements in two determinants. So this is property 5. Now come to example 10. In example 10 it is given that show that this determinant is equal to 0. Now see here in the second row there are two elements in each place. So we can separate these two elements. So here we can write this determinant as A, B, C in the second row. In other determinant we can write 2x, 2y, 2z. Now see from here, these two rows are identical, and we know if in a determinant any two rows or columns are identical, then the value of the determinant will be 0. So this is 0. Now if we consider this determinant, then see here we have 2 is the common factor for all three elements of the second row, and we know we can take out any common factor of any one row or any one column from the determinant. So we can take out these two outside. Then we have the second row as xyz and the third row as xyz. So the two rows again identical. So from here also we will get 0, the answer will be 0. So this is your example 10. Since here we have used the properties, so our solution of this question is in 2 steps only. Now see, think of it, if you want to expand this determinant according to the determinant rule, that means expansion along any row or any column, it will be much longer, the solution will be much longer. So these properties are used to make the solutions easier. Now come to property 6. In property 6 it is given if to each element of any row or column of a determinant the equimultiples of corresponding elements of other row or column are added, then the value of the determinant remains same. That is, the value of the determinant remains same if we apply the operation like this. Now see what is given. If we apply the operation like in this way or in this way, then the value of the determinant will not change. Now see here in the verification, a determinant is given. Here R1, for this R1 is replaced by R1 plus K R3. Now compare these two determinants. Here this first row is written like that. Here A1 plus KC1, that means here this A1 plus K into C1. A2 plus K into C2, A3 plus K into C3. In this way, two determinants are written. If we have two determinants like this, then these two determinants will be equal. The value of these two determinants will be equal. So, delta equal to delta 1. This is property 6. So, whenever we will do this kind of questions, we can apply operations like that. And the value of the determinant will not change. So, this is property 6. Now come to example 11. In example 11 it is given, prove that this determinant is equal to A cube. Now we will apply the properties in these determinants to get A cube. Now see, first of all, our intention is to make the elements 0 so that our calculation will be easier. So how we can make this element 0? Here in the solution, applying operation R2 replaced by R2 minus 2R1. This is R2, R2 minus 2R1. Now see, if you take this 2A and if you are applying R2 minus 2R1, then 2A minus 2 into A. So in place of this 2A, we will get 0. So in this way, we have to think that which element we want to make 0 and how you can get this 0. Applying which operation you can get that 0, that operation you have to write here. Now, R2 replaced by R2 minus 2R1 and R3 replaced by R3 minus 3R1. Then also in place of 3A, we will get 0. Now see, here they have written two operations together. Now you can also write two operations together. Just you have to remember that if here you are replacing R2 in another operation, you cannot use R2. Here you see, applying this operation, our R2 will change. Now in a single step, we cannot use another operation using R2. So here they have used R1 and R3. So in this way you can use two operations in a single line. So after doing this operation, this is our answer. Now see, we can again make this 3A 0. How we can make? We can make R3 replaced by R3 minus 3R2. Then it will become 0. Now see, we have 3 zeros in the determinant. Now if you expand this determinant along row 3, or you can expand the determinants along column 1, our calculation will be much easier. So here they have done expanding along column 1. You can also do expanding along row 3, because in column 1 we have 2 zeros and in row 3 also we have 2 zeros. So in this way we get A cube. So this is your example 11. Let's move to example 12. In example 12 also we have to prove this determinant is equal to 0. Now see, every time it is not necessary that you will make the elements 0. You can also make the elements identical so that you can take the common factor outside and any two rows and any two columns will become identical so that you can get the answer 0. See, here we can make the elements 0 by multiplying any row by anything, after that adding or subtracting. But see, here we have 1, 1, 1. Now in the row 1 we have x plus y, y plus z, z plus x. If we do row 1 replaced by row 1 plus row 2, then In place of row 1 we will get x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z. Now common factor for all the three elements is x plus y plus z, and we can take this common factor outside. If you take this common factor outside, here in place of x, y, z we will get 1, in place of x, y, z we will get 1, here also we will get 1. So the first row and the third row will become identical. Then the value of this delta will be 0. So in this way also you can do. Now in place of this operation you can also write row 2 replaced by row 2 plus row 1. Then you will get x plus y plus z in place of row 2. Now you can take common this x plus y plus z, then at that moment our second row and the third row will be identical. So in this way you can do example 12. Example 13. In example 13 the question is evaluate. So for that in column 1 we have 1, 1 and 1. So it will be easier for us to make this 1 0. So for that the operations are done here. Row 2 replaced by row 2 minus row 1. Since in this operation row 2 will be changed, in the next operation in the single step we cannot use row 2. So here they have written row 3 replaced by row 3 minus row 1. So in this way we have this delta. Now see, from row 2 we can take this b minus a outside, because here we have a minus b. So if we take b minus a outside, then in place of this we will have minus c, and in the next row, that means in the row 3 we can take out c minus a. If we take out c minus a, then this element will become minus b. So this is the step. Now see, in this step we have two zeros in column 1. So we will expand the determinant along column 1. After expanding, this will be our answer. Now come to example 14. In example 14 we have to show that this is equal to 4abc. So how can you do that? Here we can write row 1 is replaced by row 1 minus row 2 plus row 3. Then what will happen? B plus c minus within bracket b plus c. So it will become 0. In place of b plus c we will get 0. So let's see the solution. So here they have done row 1 minus row 2 minus row 3. So this element is 0. Now they have expanded the determinant along row 1. So the answer is 4abc. The next question, example 15. In example 15 it is given if x, y, z are different and delta is given is equal to 0, then show that 1 plus x, y, z is equal to 0. So for that we have to first find the value of this determinant. Here in the column 3 we have 1 plus x cube, 1 plus y cube, 1 plus z cube. So we can separate this determinant. So we will write this determinant as x, x square 1, y, y square 1, z, z square 1, and in the other determinant we will write x, x square x cube, y, y square y cube, z, z square z cube. That means in the column 3 for both the determinants, in one determinant we will write 1, 1, 1, and in other determinant we will write x cube, y cube, z cube. Now see, from this determinant we can take x outside from row 1. So this x is outside. So the row 1 become like this. From row 2 we can take out y. So row 2 will become like this. From row 3 we can take out z. So the row 3 will become like this, and outside we will have x, y, z. Now see, here compare this determinant and this determinant. Here 1, 1, 1 is in the first column. Here 1, 1, 1 is in the third column. So to make this determinant like this, we can interchange column 3 and column 1. And we know if we interchange any two rows or any two columns, then the sign of the determinant will change. So if we do like that, then this will become like this: minus 1 into 1, 1, 1, x square, y square, z square, and here we will have x, y, z. Now see, this column 1 and this column 1 is matching. Now we have to match this column 2 and column 3 with this column 2 and column 3. So for that we can again interchange column 2 and column 3. So for that again we have to multiply this minus 1 here. So if we multiply minus 1 again, then it will become minus 1 square. Now 1, 1, 1 will remain same. In place of x square, y square, z square, we will write x, y, z, and in place of x, y, z, we will write x square, y square, z square. Now see, this determinant and this determinant both are same. Now we can take common these determinants. If we take common these determinants, then we will have this 1 plus x, y, z. Now see, in the book they have done the operation like this. First they have done column 3 and column 2 are interchanged, and after that column 1 and column 2. In this way also you can do. Now in the question it is told that to show this x, y, z plus 1 is equal to 0. So to do this we have to again expand this determinant. So for that we will make the elements of the determinants 0. So here is the operations. Operations are row 2 replaced by row 2 minus row 1 and row 3 replaced by row 3 minus row 1. You know how to do the operations. After doing the operations, these two elements are 0. Now from row 2 we can take y minus x outside. Then we will have this y plus x in place of this y square minus x square, because y square minus x square means y plus x into y minus x. And from this z minus x and z square minus x square we can take this z minus x outside. Then here we will get 1, and in place of z square minus x square we will get z plus x. Now we can expand the determinant along column 1 because we have 2 zeros in column 1. Now we can expand it along column 1. Now if we expand it along column 1, then we have to write minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1 for this 1, because it is in the first row, first column. After that we have to multiply this 1. Then we have to write here 1 y plus x, 1 z plus x. Now it will become 1 square minus 1 square. Minus 1 square means 1. So from here we will get z plus x minus y minus x. From here x and this x we can cut. So from here we will get z minus y. So this is z minus y. Now we have to show this 1 plus xyz is equal to 0. So here it is written that since delta is equal to 0 and xyz all are different, and it is given in the question that xyz all are different. Since xyz all are different, if we subtract any of xyz from any of xyz, then we will not get 0. It is because, see, if we take one example, suppose xyz is 3, 7 and 5. Suppose x is 3, y is 7 and z is 5. And if we write 3 minus 7, it is not equal to 0. If we write 7 minus 5, not equal to 0. If we write 5 minus 3, not equal to 0. If we write 7 minus 3, not equal to 0. So if we do any of this, we will never get 0 since x, y, z are different. Now see, since this cannot be equal to 0 and we know this delta is equal to 0, so we are left with this 1 plus xyz. So to get delta equal to 0, we should have any one of these 4 will be equal to 0. So this cannot be equal to 0, this cannot be equal to 0, this cannot be equal to 0. So this 1 plus xyz should be equal to 0. So this is our example 15.